So today I am shooting my video out in the wood, mainly because Meg is back there shooting her own video and I'm up here, so I figured I might as well shoot my own. And I figured this is a perfect place for the topics that I'm kind of talking about, just because this is kind of where I go to just free my mind of negativity and all the horrible things out there. But just because, how can you be negative in nature? There's no way you can be negative. It's a great place to come just to clear your thoughts. If any of you guys had been following me on my Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook, I kind of was posting some videos and pictures about the forest fire that happened right next to my farm. So I'm a little bit further away from where the fire actually happened, so you can't really see any signs of the forest fire, but it actually burnt several thousand acres of national forest and people's properties, and it looks like there's another fire happening in Tennessee right now where some of my friends' family is from, so it's really scary. I was actually on our family's farm, and every single day I watched as the fire jumped over to the next mountain, to the next mountain, until it was actually on the mountain right beside me. So it was actually pretty scary. We ended up packing up and evacuating for several days. It was really scary to think possibly that I could be leaving and coming home to a home that wasn't there anymore. Thankfully, we got the call and we got to go home and the house was still there, but it's still really scary to look up at the mountains and see all the damage that the fire had caused. Still haven't driven up there yet, just because it's kind of really depressing to look at. A lot of people have been sending me messages asking me if I'm still going to post videos now that we've got a president elected that doesn't really agree with gay rights and a vice president who thinks shock therapy is the best solution for gay people. And my answer to that is yes, I'm still going to do that, and this is why. So I got a message on my YouTube channel from a mother who had a son who committed suicide, and the message was really intense and it was really hard for me to read, and I had a lot of really mixed thoughts on how I should respond to it, just because that's a really difficult situation. And the content of the message was, she pushed really hard on him to be straight and forced his professors and his youth leader and other family members to push really hard on him to try to not be gay and try to be straight. And she's pretty much blaming herself for his death, and I needed to come up here and just free my brain of the stress and the anger that I feel towards the communities right now that are attacking the LGBTQ community, because honestly, the first time I read that message, I got really angry, and mainly because this boy that apparently I had been talking to, I couldn't find the messages that him and I had sent back and forth, but his mother said that I'd sent him messages and that I showed wisdom beyond my years, and I was telling him all the things that she as a parent should have been telling him. And honestly, the reason I put myself out there is because I don't want situations like that to happen. I don't want gay children to feel so alone and so lost in this world that they end up ending their lives and committing suicide. It's really hard for me to respond to the mom's message, just because I know from watching the Prayers with Bobby movie, the preacher tells the mother that it's not her fault, that it was Bobby who killed himself. In my mind, I feel like it is the parents' fault, and because I know what it's like to feel the hatred of others and the pressure of others to make you feel like who you are is not good and who you are is not good enough and you're never going to be loved by God and you're never going to get to heaven, I just know that that was a huge weight on his shoulders, and it should have never been put there. And we need to make sure that kids know that it's okay to be who they are and to love who they want to love. I don't know how to respond. I guess this is kind of a response, but I just feel like too many people don't realize that the things that they say and do have such a huge impact on the way other people think of themselves. And not everyone has gotten to the point in their lives where they are confident and love themselves for who they are. And the way that your family talks to you and the way they treat you really has a huge effect on the way you think about yourself. So many people are defending Trump and Pence and saying that I need to have a more open mind on them and give them a shot. But to be honest, I'm scared to death to give someone a shot that's already shown so many signs of the hate that I'm trying so hard to erase from this world. I just know that we have to fight really hard because there are kids out there committing suicide because of all this hate. I've been extremely stressed lately just because my life has been so up in the air. Like, I had to evacuate from my house because of a fire. Donald Trump got elected president, and I've seen so many stressful things like protests, even though I think the protests need to happen because our voices need to be heard. But the hate that is going into some of these protests is far beyond what it needs to be, and we can't protest and say that we don't want Trump as president because of the hate he's going to spread by spreading our own hate in our own community. I honestly feel like if all the communities would just come together, all the minority communities just need to come together and realize that if we are together, we are strong. And honestly, if you have been keeping up with me on Facebook, which I'll leave the link below because you guys need to follow me because I post a lot of videos there as well. When I'm kind of lacking in my YouTube videos, I'm definitely posting on my Facebook. So I posted a video about a week and a half ago about how a Muslim lady was in one of the gas stations close to where I live, and these redneck guys were mocking her and attacking her and calling her and her daughter a terrorist, telling them to get out of their country. And it just enraged me, and the hate that I felt and the anger that I had inside, I don't want to feel that way. But sometimes I feel like people like me who want to handle things in adult-like manners, in a mature way, we can't always do that politely because sometimes people need you to put them in their place, and I ended up doing that. You guys can check out the video. It was kind of an emotional video because I kind of recorded it right after it happened. I was kind of stressed just because all that rage inside of me just was like unleashed, and it was really intense. And after it was all done, I started shaking and realizing the situation that I put myself in to defend and protect that mother and daughter who, for no reason at all, needed to be attacked. They were just living their lives. More than likely, they are American citizens, and to tell them to go back to their country and call them terrorists, it's just too much. I feel like I needed to unwind, and nature is the best place for that. And so I'm here, and Meg is back there recording her video. And we actually had some national park people come up to us and ask us what we were doing, and they kind of asked what YouTube was and how we got paid and all that jazz. So it was kind of funny to have just random people come up and talk to us and ask us what we're doing. I guess that's something we kind of have to get used to, but it's kind of weird that in the middle of nowhere where we're shooting, we actually found people asking us what we were doing. I saved up enough money to get my MacBook Pro, so I'm going to be ordering that from the Apple website. So I'm pretty excited, and I'm actually going to be shooting some holiday themed videos since tomorrow is December 1st, and I'm super excited about that. So check back on my channel in the upcoming weeks, and I hope you guys enjoy my videos. I bought some goofy holiday sweaters for my videos, and I'm trying to do some collabs with some of my friends here in Virginia before I leave for California. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.